Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gully Cricketers. We are here today to cover. Oh, there's lots happening in the last few days.
Yeah.
Absolutely, World Cup is kicking up, guys. What do you reckon?
Oh, the World Cup has gone open after these two upsets. It's amazing. This format is not easy for the minnows to get to the semis, but to start off with these many upsets, it's been amazing.
What I was thinking was everything was going as per the set pattern, and suddenly, boy, there you go. Everything changed. What a game we've had! England versus Afghanistan. Just before that, Nasir Hussain, when India gave that drubbing to Pakistan, Nasir Hussain pointed out it's the collapse only Pakistan can manufacture. I believe England has done that many times against World Cup sides in minnows, against especially against minnows. So I feel they are pretty much as same as Pakistan side. I don't know, but going back to that game, guys, we've had an absolute terrific game. England versus Afghanistan. Everyone thought it's going to be another cakewalk. The team which England has shown in the last few years, the buzzword Bazball and all that stuff happening around, they've been absolutely terrific. And to beat such side is absolutely amazing. Who would have thought Afghanistan? What a great innings by the opener Gurbaz. He was smacking the ball left, right, and center. Oh boy, what an innings he has played. Yes, Raul, you want to add something on there?
So for our viewers, I want to explain to them that our friend Mr. Shankar, he loves to hate the Palms. He loves to hate the English cricket team. So that will probably explain his exuberantness about talking about this match. Go ahead.
Thanks for covering that. Not really. I mean, as an Aussie, you would say, yeah, we're always having a bit of a banter against bombs, and obviously coming from India, who would not look back at the history what they've done? So, yes, have a bit of thing for me against bombs. But what an innings, guys! What an innings by Gurbaz, backed up by absolutely in the middle Ikram, the wicketkeeper, who played a brilliant knock, and covered by Rashid and Mujib. What a wonderful all-round performance by those two blokes. Rashid, we all know what a star he has been for Afghanistan for a while now. But to get that when it matters is what is important. Mujib was terrific with his bowling right from start. He got those few wickets. He gave the England a bit of an attack right at the start. And what can I say? Naveenul Haq, boy, he's been in the thick of things for last few months since IPL with Virat Kohli, controversial things happening. But but I just want to also commend here to Virat Kohli, not as a not as a cricketer, but as a person here. When especially in this game was going in Delhi, the game before that, he actually gave a confidence to Naveenul Haq. He had a lovely chat with him, and he actually boosted confidence. He made public aware that let's not boo him. He's a player, respect him, and that's the kind of personality Kohli is. A lot of people always go against him, but I don't think so. He's a fantastic guy, not just a cricketer. And you know what that has done? That has got Naveenul Haq that confidence. And boy, that end swing was terrific. We've seen a lot of in swingers, which are olden days they used to call banana in swingers. The first wicket during the World Cup 1983, you know what the banana in swinger was all about. And I would say that was very similar. So boy, there you go. Complacency from an England perspective. They were very complacent initially. I thought the body language right from word go. First ball, they dropped it. It went for four, keeper and the skipper. And from there on, they never looked back. Bowling wise, obviously, they were not very good. I can see they went for runs, especially Sam Curran, Mark Wood. Everyone went for a lot of runs. Chris Wokes and Sam Curran, particularly, they went for roughly about 80 runs in the 8 overs they bowled. So an absolute great upset. Yes, you still want to call it an upset? I don't think so. It was a great game. I will push you to the next game, Raul. Over to you.
Well, that definitely was an upset. But coming back to the point that you mentioned about Virat Kohli, 2028 Olympics are going to get cricket, and the Olympic Committee came out and said that it's mainly because of Virat Kohli, because of the fan
Yeah,
following that he has. So
yeah,
there you go. Cricket finally getting the
yeah.
recognition that it should.
And in addition to that, I think Virat Kohli has also given a signed jersey to Babar Azam that has got 25 crore. Pakistan is riled up, so he's no mean figure. So that's a big thing. I think
Oh boy.
that event on the ground to hand off a signed jersey has taken social media by in a frenzy, and so many people have given their comments. The great Wasim Akram has said this was not necessary. Now there are split views around this, but this
Yeah.
definitely has got a 25 crore. Pakistan is riled up.
Raul, the
All
next
right.
update.
Moving on to the Netherlands game. Oh my God. I was waiting for this game. The Netherlands have always shown a tendency towards upsetting the big teams, and they had upset the South Africans in the T20 World Cup. Don't
Yes.
forget that. At 144-7, I'm like, there's no point. But Van der Merwe and Edwards and the whole Netherlands team, I was watching that game and I was rooting for the Netherlands team, and that was amazing. At the same time, I have my heart out for the South Africans because they seem like the easy praise. Uh, but
Chokers, are they still called
no,
that?
no, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Not chokers. I love that team. I love the people, but yeah, they do sometimes become their own worst enemies. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
Absolutely. I think, but Choker's tag is typically at the qualifying stages or the
Yep.
knockout stages. Sorry. So maybe we'll go to the semifinals, see South Africa there, and then we'll see what happens. Coming back to the Netherlands game, I think the key to Netherlands win was the paper notes they were exchanging during the drinks break. I mean, they had some really good notes. It reminded me of my school days when I used to hide something below my paper to write stuff. And then that's what they were doing. They had done batsman to bowler mapping, and they wanted to
Yep.
make sure they have the right combinations so that they can get those wickets. So amazing. So before they go back to selling on Uber Eats, I think this is a win they would remember well. So, so yeah, that was a funny incident though. I mean, the tweet, it just popped up. It was a tweet I think from 3 years ago, but it was a tweet that popped up. I hope everybody knows and all the viewers know. But in case you don't, there was a Dutch player um, who was supposed to play in the 2020 T20 World Cup in Australia that did not go as per planned due to COVID, and then he was selling Uber Eats
Oh,
or
Van
delivering
Eekim.
Uber Eats. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what the Dutch game is about, and it was an amazing upset. And as we always do, we always tend to cheer for the rookies. We always tend to cheer for the minnows, and probably that's what will happen for Bangladesh as well against India because India is a clear favorite, and there will be so many teams: Australia, Pakistan to start with, and then maybe England and South Africa as well cheering for Bangladesh. We'll see about that, talk about that game a bit after. But yeah, this game has opened up a lot of possibilities in the World Cup now. Australia will be licking their fingers and raring to go against Pakistan. And then people who are excited about the South African pursuit will now be happy. They will give more opportunities to some other teams like Pakistan as well, who have lost just one game but have a much difficult opposition going forward. And then maybe a couple of other teams such as Sri Lanka would get some opportunities to try and claw their way back if they have a couple of good games. So yeah, a lot of opportunities have opened up. We'll see how that goes. But that's it for now.
Yogesh, do you think few South African originated people within the Netherlands team, did that have an effect?
I don't think so. I don't think so. At this level, I think people do play for their country, but they're representing. And
Yeah.
so I don't think that has any effect. So the Dutch were just in the right spot at the right time. They got some early wickets, and then the pitch supported them. I think that's what it has to do with.
Nice, nice. Absolutely rocking, guys. We've had an absolute two games, and that has just, as Raul's pointed out, that has just opened up the World Cup. We always thought, oh, nah, this is not going according to the script, but boy, the script has changed now. It is gone different. So anyway, coming back to now, the important game, guys, today, India versus Bangladesh. Oh, what a game that's going to be. Just to give you a bit of a stats before we go further, the recent five matches, Bangladesh holds much more better chance because they've won three out of those five games. And yes, you can always just let me put it out. Then obviously I'll get your view. But yes, they've shown some real consistency within their side, especially uh, people like Mehdi. Boy, he's been terrific. He scored a century in one of those games. Uh, and who would not count Shakib, the old warhouse, very experienced, very intelligent, very cunning, and he can do a damage. So I believe it's going to be a not not an easy game, but it's going to be a tight game. What do you reckon, Raul?
I don't think so. I don't think Bangladesh has it in them to challenge us,
Yeah,
uh, especially if we bat first. If India bats first, I think there's going to be 325, 350 on the board,
yeah.
and Bangladesh just outside of a couple of batters, I don't think they have it in them to chase something like that. Now, if we bowl first, and if they get to 280, 300, I think that might be a worthwhile chase. That's my take.
Mm,
Yeah, I agree with you, Rahul. I think, and
yeah,
Rohit could not wait to get started with his batting prowess. He drove from Mumbai to Pune in his Lamborghini at 200 kilometers per hour, getting three challans on the way. So I can totally get how excited he would be to bat first on the placid Pune pitch and put a 350 plus score. Having said that, Bangladesh is a good side. Their batsman, especially Shanto, has not clicked. Shanto and Litton at the top of the order, and Shakib and Mushfiqur in the middle order, followed by Mahmudullah. They are a competitive side.
yeah.
So they can put up a good score, especially Shakib has an excellent track record in World Cups. In the previous World Cup, he was a rock star in the World Cup in 2019. So
Yeah.
he has a decent record. The place where Bangladesh will suffer is their bowling. Other than Fiz and Mehdi Hassan, they don't have great depth in their bowling. So uh, I don't think
What
against the
about their
Indian
left arm
batting.
Seema first up? He's pretty good.
Yeah, that's Fiz, and he will trouble Indian batsmen, but he lacks the pace. So that's going to be challenging. And we saw how Rohit crashed Shaheen. So I don't think left arm seam is going to be a big challenge. So we will see how that goes. But expect some solid batting from Bangladesh, but with their bowling department, they look a bit weak.
Okay, that's. What about you, Raul? You still think it's going to be easy game, or you reckon that could be a bit of
Yeah, I don't think this
fight?
is going to be a banana appeal game for us. I think India should be able to wrap it up pretty easily.
Yeah,
I do envision some banana peel games for India down
yeah.
the line. Not this one though. I don't think so. I don't see enough talent in the Bangladesh team. No, but I don't see Bangladesh posing a serious challenge. I think at the risk of sounding repetitive, India
Mm,
has looked unstoppable. And to be even my own surprise, Rohit Sharma has looked amazing. I would have expected a lot of other things like Bumrah to come back to his peak form, like KL Rahul and everybody else doing their job. But Rohit Sharma is in sublime form. And with that being said, I don't think Bangladesh has a chance. I'm sorry.
mm. Do you think any changes happening from an Indian perspective?
Yeah, they might give opportunity to Ishan Kishan, given that he had scored a century, a double century against Bangladesh in Bangladesh. But that's one change, and then Bumrah might be rested for Shami. That could be another change. Not that Bumrah is sick or something, but just for the workload management. And there are many more games coming up. So those are the two changes I'm expecting. But typically, Rohit also doesn't seem to align with changing the winning combination. So we might as well see Shubman Gill play. But I think Ishan and Shami would be in place of Gill and Bumrah.
I also have a feeling there could be a possibility of Sky being roped in place of Iyer. So do you think that happening? And how would you look at that as a selection?
Sky's my guy. I would love to see Sky in the playing 11, but I'm not so sure about it. I think the Indian management typically has had a tendency to not tweak the winning 11 unless
Yeah,
it's the bowling situation, right?
yeah.
I would love to see Sky, but I'm not so sure if that's going to happen.
Mm.
Yeah,
Indian
I don't see
management.
Sky coming.
Yeah.
I don't see Sky coming. I think Shreyas scored a 50. He was given the time just so that he can pick up from there. So I think Shreyas would be happy to pick up a very left off against Pakistan. He was not out there. So he would like to continue his batting in this game as well
Yeah.
and get some good runs under his belt before India faces the likes of South Africa, England, and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Indian management has been very clear about their selection policy. They've been very upright about it. If it's going to turn, they're going to get Ashwin, and if it's not, obviously getting Shardul in the team. Now I know that we've had a lot of debate about Ashwin being roped in and why should Shardul be in his place, stuff like that. Now, when they've made it very clear, now coming back to pitch, the pitch is obviously the key. That's where the selection revolves around. What sort of pitch do you think? It's going to be belter. That's what we've heard from a Pune track, and it's a very small ground. So do you think we'll go with the same formula, 320, 330 plus?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. So Pune pitch is not really a difference maker between Shardul and Ashwin, if we come back to that whole topic. So I think the think tank might give Shardul an extended rope, and
Yeah.
I have no issues with that. Um, I, I just don't want us to lose sight of Ashwin when tracks are supposed to be turning.
Would you think he
Yeah,
should
yeah.
be given a pinch hitter in the batting lineup?
I don't think India has a pinch hitter. There is no pinch hitter in the team.
Yeah.
We have just bowlers who can bat a bit and score 20 odd runs. So there is no pinch
Yep.
hitter. The average score of the Pune ground is 307 for the first innings. And I think so if India bats first, we should expect 320 to 350. And Bangladesh bats first. If India bowl really well, they could get Bangladesh around 250, 270. And then I think that's what's going to happen.
Lovely.
And the way the current ODI format goes, I don't think we need a pinch hitter. So,
Yeah.
um,
No, but just in case, because you want to obviously get Shardul at some stage, he might be at a point you need 40 runs of 30 balls or 20 balls at some important events. You might want to give him some batting at this stage. Do you think so? That can happen? Or Rahul Dravid is typical being conservative. He will just get him roped at number 8, number 7, and see how he goes. That's
I
the only
think both
concern I have.
I think both Dravid and Rohit Sharma are pretty conservative about not having number 8 go to number 3. They are pretty okay with number 8 going to number 6 or number 5 going to number 7. Is that right? Typically, I would say no, but
Yeah.
the way India is looking right now, I don't want to say anything against the team management, the way they're working things out.
So, guys, quick prediction from you, Rahul. What's the go? Last one.
India bats first, and we win by 130 runs.
Okay, that's a good brave prediction. What about you, Rahul? Sorry, what about you, Yogesh?
India wins. I don't know who will win the toss, but India wins this one easily.
Well, from my side, I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not going to give,
Oh.
it's not going to be. It's even Stevens. It's going to be even Stevens. Let's put it this way. It's the better the tighter game, the better for India to go ahead and prepare themselves in terms of from crucial matches ahead. Guys, one final funny fact which has just come up from a Pakistani fan. Her name is Seher Shinwari. She has just put a tweet, and she says if Bangla boys happen to beat India, she's going to go for a fish dinner date with the Bangla boys. Do you think that will happen?
Well, when you started with the F sound, I'm like, okay, where is this going?
All right.
Yeah, she'll have to wait for like 25 years to go for the fish dinner. So,
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching us. This was our episode number 7. Thanks for coming in, and you know, keep those likes, keep those shares, keep those subscribe. Click those, please. That's very important for giving us more important content in future. So thank you very much. Thanks, guys. We
Thank
look
you.
forward.
bye.
Bye. See ya.